You know what I want? Number one, as always, I'll be like, I want Keanu Reeves in another movie, just for selfish purposes. But Sandra Oh would be brilliant in a Knives Out movie.
I haven't actually ever seen Sandra Oh in more campy roles.
No, you see her in Princess Diaries. That's the closest you can get.
That's barely like 2 minutes of dialogue. Which, to her, that must have been like career defining because it was like a Disney thing, but like at the same time, it's a role you barely remember.
No, I remember.
That's because you're obsessed with Princess Diaries, so I don't think you count.
But we're not here to talk about Princess Diaries. Because the knives, they're out.
Oh my God.
The onion, it has been glassed.
Literally, why?
I could have started with the Benoit Blanc accent, but that'll naturally, like... So I've been saying his dumb little phrases, walking around the house just going, Halle Berry.
That was quite possibly the gayest thing he could have ever done.
The funniest thing is people thinking that, spoiler alert for Glass Onion, that Hugh Grant is his butler. I'm like, what?
Hello?
What kind of butler
Manson
is
eats the rich.
I was like, what kind of butler is baking in your house?
No, but Manson ate the rich. What? What?
Also, why is your brain is so heterosexual that your thought goes to servant instead of partner?
White. Points. White.
I was watching this on at our Christmas party when it first came out because I was telling my mom, I was like, oh, Glass Onion's gonna come out during the Christmas party, blah blah blah, and then my relatives were like, oh, is that coming out today? Okay, we'll watch it while getting drunk. So we watched it. It was very fun, and the scene where Hugh Grant is like, oh, Blanc, there's someone, are you in the bath again? There's someone here with you at the box. I was like, is that Hugh Grant? And everyone went, no, that's not Hugh Grant. And I was like,
the way that you recognize my voice.
I've seen Notting Hill and Paddington 2 too many times to not recognize Hugh Grant's voice at this point.
The only film I know Hugh Grant from, and this is like every Filipino's
Bridget Jones?
answer. No. Music and lyrics.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah, that's every Filipino's Hugh Grant film. That's it.
That's
it's like
fair.
Rite of passage.
That's fair.
We watched that like 10 times when I was a kid.
Oh, same. We even have the album on cassette. Because my parents really liked the music in it. So.
In that universe, Hugh Grant was the person who sang Last Christmas.
I love it. I think it's just right that Hugh Grant gets to do campy roles, and I hope eventually we get more of his husband, of Philip. I think his name is Philip Blanc, in the future. Also, people not knowing Blanc is gay. He's wearing a hat in the bathtub. Number one, I have to commend like the art department or like the set decoration for Glass Onion, because there's so many like little details you don't notice in the background until you watch it again. Like when he's in the bath, one of the books that's upside down on the side is Kane's Jawbone, which is like the notorious puzzle book that has only been solved by 3 people, and I think the deadline is approaching this year, and
it's like
if you solve
book
it,
ARG.
Yeah, and if you solve it, you get $20 or something.
$20?
Yeah, it's a very old book, and it was like reprinted, and people have been trying to solve it for years and years and years, and only 3 people have ever solved it.
He would suck at ARGs.
No, I think that's why I was like, what if they had made him solve it for promo? And then he said the thing like he's very bad at dumb things.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, no. He probably was like, this is a dumb idea.
This is I wasn't really at a Christmas party, so this is what happened with quote-unquote my Christmas weekend, is that we were in hiding, so we went and like house sat for like 3 days, and my cousin was with me when I opened the TV and just like checked it out. This was I think the day after release, so this was the 24th, literally Christmas Eve. I was like scrolling through Netflix, and he saw that scene, and he was like, "Oh, isn't that a basketball player? one of the guys there is a basketball player."
No.
Like, oh, okay. So these people are like famous. Shit. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if one is a basketball player, but they're all murder mystery royalty. So you've got obviously Angela Lansbury, Murder She Wrote. You've got Stephen Sondheim. You've got Natasha Lyonne, who I am so excited for Poker Face.
Yes,
I know you're excited as well.
I'm excited, but also dreading the fact that like it's not available here.
Oh, sorry. He is a basketball player who retired and started writing mystery novels. I love that.
King.
That's fun. That's so fun. And the novels are based on Mycroft Holmes. That is so fun. You know what? And it tracks that he'd be bad at Among Us. I don't know why I thought any different.
He's good at solving mysteries. He is bad at mystery games.
Me.
We're gonna have a time. We're gonna have a time when we play that Rusty Lake game.
Yes, I look forward to you yelling at me and me yelling at you.
It's gonna be casual. I'm debating actually recording the whole experience, but it'll be casual. We'll be having fun.
I've never been more jealous of a Netflix PR package than I have been of the one they sent Hideo Kojima. Because they sent him the actual puzzle box as part of promo. And I remember I saw it on my feed and I was like, you know what? That's fair, but I want it.
Oh my god, that should be me.
That should be me. How come Hideo Kojima gets to hang out with Keanu Reeves and gets the Knives Out puzzle box?
Why does he have the life I want? God, I see what you've done for others.
No, God, I've seen what you've done for Hideo Kojima specifically. And I want that. For me. Oh my gosh. And I believe like some of the other PR was they made like a Knives Out handkerchief that looks like Benoit's yellow scarf. And I was like, I saw it and I was like...
very Boy Scout.
I'm like, I don't care that I wear the scarf. I'll hang it on the... Give.
Material girl.
Material girl.
Honestly, I mean, Knives Out initially when I like first watched like the first movie, I pirated it actually because I pirated it because I didn't have money.
You know what? That's fair. I have the experience of I know exactly where I was. The memory is crystal clear in my brain. I remember seeing the trailer of Knives Out because it had like a little, you know, when some movies are really big and they have like a whole display where they play the trailer on the screen and there's like a stand. Yeah. And there was one for Knives Out and Glorietta. And that's where we normally watch movies. And I remember, I think me and my dad came out of a Marvel movie, or we were waiting for the Marvel movie to open up. And I remember, I saw it, and I was like, oh. I was like, well, at the time I was really heavily into Marvel, so I was like, okay, Chris Evans, check. Daniel Craig, check. It's like, oh, it's a murder mystery. And I turned to my dad, I'm like, we're watching this in theaters. He's like, what? I don't want to watch it. And I was like, no, I want to watch it. And that's
forcing
like
people.
Yes, and we did watch it. That's like my earliest memory of what I remember my encounter with Knives Out. Just me standing in the like crowded movie theater, looking at the display trailer over and over, going, "Oh man, I really want to watch this movie."
I don't even remember. I think it was like on a watch list with a friend. I think because he and I had like the same exact like taste in films. But he also had, like, more eclectic tastes than me sometimes. To the point of, like, really liking some of the classics that I genuinely don't understand and don't intend to, because writing sucks. Anyway. The writing fucking sucks. So I guess filched off a copy of Knives Out from him, and I watched it by myself. Well, not really by myself. It was on TV, and my sister was like, what are you watching? Because she has the tendency to be, nagpipintig yung tenga niya minsan. Medyo marites. So, I'd be watching something on TV, and she'd be like, what the fuck is going on? So, she got intrigued, and eventually I had to rewatch it in front of her, and then Mom did the exact same thing, so I had to rewatch it in front of her. To that point. And then, when Glass Onion came out, I was, like, one of the only people who was excited for it in our family, because I was the one who was really, really, really into the first film that came out. So,
honestly, I was
amazing.
Insufferable the day off, and I was like, it's Glass Onion Day, and I was like, Mom, it's Glass Onion Day. Because I was so excited, because I've been looking forward to this ever since it got announced. And then I remember I put, like, the trailers on my Instagram story, because I've been looking forward to this, because I really like, I love Knives Out, and I love the whodunit genre, and I love it when it's campy as fuck. And I was like, it's Glass Onion Day. And then what happened is, I didn't realize the release date was on daylight savings. So we opened the TV at like 3 p.m. and I was like, where is it? And then I saw the Knives Out Twitter be like, 1 hour left. I was like, fuck, wait. Like, goddamn daylight savings. So we watched Godetama for an hour while waiting for Glass Onion to drop. Godetama, surprisingly, very cute show, very existential at times.
Yeah. Sanrio really aged up their characters for absolutely no reason.
I really like the animation in it, though. It's very nice looking.
I think I pointed that out in the last one we had, is Japan is shifting to 3D.
I know. I actually don't... Yeah. I actually don't mind it as much, because they actually have different stylization with the 3D, which is
they actually know how to do character design. As opposed to the 2D industry right now for Japan is it's not looking too good.
It's like the opposite of the Western, where the 3D Westerns, 3D and Western animation usually has like a certain look, and then the 2D is where they experiment. But in Japan, it's the opposite. Yeah. It's interesting. It's fascinating. Can I just say, Miss Janelle Monáe? Miss Janelle Monáe.
Mixed Janelle Monáe.
Mixed Janelle Monáe.
They killed it, actually. My sister was so, like, impressed by what they were doing, because they were playing two characters, one of whom was trying to act like the other. Right? That's
exactly.
That's so fucking amazing. I was actually surprised by how quickly I was following it, because I think I rewatched like the first 10 minutes of it like 2 times before we got to like move past it, because my sister caught me halfway through, and then she was like,
I see,
repeat it. And I was like, okay, let's do that again. And then my dad came in and she was like, what's going on? I was like, we have to repeat it again. But like by then I'd already caught up to what they were trying to do, which honestly I'm a little surprised, considering we were house sitting, so we weren't really, I could barely hear what was being said.
That's what the subtitles are for. Honestly, like I remember the dock scene when they're all arriving. I sat there and I was like, it's like in Mamma Mia. It's like the only difference is that it's not playing Gimme Gimme.
No, because only seen Mamma Mia, just like in Mamma Mia.
No, but like if you line up like the dock scenes, like with how they arrive.
Oh, with the screaming.
Yeah, no, not that one. The one with the dads. The one with the dads.
Ah, okay.
In the first movie.
Okay. I thought the dock scene when they arrive on the Glass Onion, but not.
No, that's for the dumb Banksy.
You mean by the port when they're waiting for the boat? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But they didn't have the guy.
No, but
guy.
They didn't have the guy, but Daniel Craig talks to like a Greek guy off screen, like, it's fine.
Stranger danger. You are stranger danger.
Yes, you are stranger danger. I don't know. I do like, because I know there's a trope of gentleman sleuths that kind of gets lost with some of the adaptations of Sherlock.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like that Benoit Blanc generally is a gentleman.
I mean, I guess it's because Benoit isn't really based on Sherlock. Sherlock is an asshole. That is like canonical.
Yeah, that's true. But
he's
no,
a coke addict.
But isn't he a heroin addict?
Is
it? I think it's
no.
heroin,
That was
isn't it?
Elementary.
Oh, okay, I see.
He's a coke addict in canon.
Okay, okay, I see. No, but that's my frustration, because I see Sherlock get grouped with the gentleman sleuths category. I'm like, but he's not a chick.
He's not.
He's kind of an ass.
I saw this while I was looking stuff up. Rian Johnson actually based him on Poirot.
Yes, I definitely see that.
I think Columbo, sort of.
Ah, the other guy with the beige trench coat.
Yeah, no, Natasha Lyonne's character is more based on Columbo, but
yeah.
Generally,
I
Mr. Blanc is Poirot.
I really like that he's generally kind to like the people he's helping. He's not like solving it to be clever. He's just solving it because he enjoys the mystery. Which I'm like, I don't like it when people do the mystery. They're like, haha, I'm so clever. Look at me solving the mystery. I'm so clever. Look at me. But he's like, this is a fun little puzzle.
I think what I really like what Johnson actually did with Blanc and like most of the films that he's been doing, because so far through his filmography it's all been like mystery thrillers. The one film that inspired Knives Out was actually also a whodunit, so it's been consistent. And the one thing that I like with what he's doing with the Knives Out mysteries is that, first of all, well, it wasn't supposed to be called the Knives Out mysteries. He was very insistent that he didn't want them linked to each other. So he wanted it to be like, new novel off the shelf. No serialization allowed in this economy.
Exactly.
And it's so nice of him that he doesn't want serialization. He uses the same character and he is consistent with how he wrote that character, despite the lack of serialization. Because most films just don't know how to do that.
I think it's the lack of serialization that makes it feel like a traditional whodunit. Because some of the mystery novels, like if you think about Agatha Christie, it's not like the Agatha Christie book universe. No, they're like standalone mysteries.
And most of the time, if you want to pick up characterization for a character, that's your choice.
Yeah.
You can just pick this one up, put it down, and never touch anything like it ever again.
Yep.
It was a good open and close book. And it's supposed to be that way, which is really nice. Even though a lot of people, you can make your fan fictions. You can do it, but like, don't expect Rian Johnson to pull one off the shelf and be like, "Oh, this is how Marta and fucking Helen would interact with each other."
I think it's fun for in like fanfic. I don't think it'll happen, but I do think it's fun. I do like the fact that Benoit is slowly gaining like a friendship with all these women who are taking down these rich assholes, and he's just like, wanna take down a rich asshole? Call Benoit Blanc.
Does he? That's okay. This is what I want for the next movie.
What do you want for the next movie?
Him in his office, because that was mentioned. He does have an office.
He does. He sits in his office in his fancy little blue and red striped dressing gown.
Oh my goodness! No, that's a home outfit.
No, wouldn't he have a home office? It's the pandemic.
He doesn't. That's why he hangs out in the fucking bathtub. I thought we established this.
You can be like having a crisis in different rooms of the house.
He received a guest on the balcony. Does he really have a home office?
Why would you bring your guest to the office? Don't bring your guest.
It's not even a guest, it's a client.
I don't know.
He received her in
wasn't he smoking?
balcony.
Wouldn't it be polite to not smoke in
But it's his home office, if he had one.
I don't know. I would like to see what his flat looks like.
It would seem like it's Phil's home office, not his. Considering he has his own office outside of the house. I think it's for, like, privacy reasons.
Maybe.
Specifically because he's a PI.
Yeah.
So,
oh god, not
What? He
No,
is
sorry,
a PI.
I know, when you refer to him as a PI, I just get flashbacks.
Listen, if you're gonna be obsessed with mysteries,
I know!
literally get over it.
I know, I'm aware.
You gotta recover from the divorce, guys.
No, it's just sometimes it hits me all at once. I'm like, God damn it. Even Steve, Blue's Clues Steve, he's a PI.
Yes.
And yeah, in the Blue's Clues movie, I was like, not another one!
Why are you surprised?
I'm not. I shouldn't be at this point. It's like, I have two
I'm
modes.
not. I shouldn't be.
I shouldn't be at this point. It's like I collect them.
It's okay.
In another
Gab.
life,
You
but
can
no,
like.
it's not.
You can like whodunits. You can just be consistent.
I love. I love whodunits.
They've actually won a lot more awards, considering it literally came. Well, it came out on stream recently.
It came out on stream, but it's been like screened at like different film festivals.
How long has
before
it been
this.
since it released?
I think 3 months, maybe.
It
It was really early in film festivals because I remember seeing my Letterboxd friends who are film critics or like run film sites. I saw their like reviews get up on Letterboxd, I think 3 months ago, maybe 2 to 3 months ago, and I was like, man.
Well, they are an indie film production.
Kind of, yeah. They're just being mildly
like
financed by Netflix-ish, but like not really.
I love how it's called a second Knives Out sequel, when it definitely should be the third Knives Out movie.
No, you know what? I would welcome that as the subtitle. A second Knives Out sequel.
He actually hated it. Rian Johnson hated it. The subtitle that they had to establish that it used to be a Knives Out thing.
Yeah,
it's
so like you were mentioning, he didn't want it to like be like a serial thing. He was just like, no, this is like book 2. You don't. This is book 2. This is book 2.
I respect him so much for that, but like it's so sad that they had to attach the name for it.
I don't know. Honestly, it's very frustrating.
The whole comparison to Mamma Mia.
Yes.
It's intentional.
I know.
It's not in the writing. Like no one said it in anything ever, but like it's intentional, TM.
It's intentional.
Because like the fucking poster
is
uncanny.
I know. I've been seeing this.
He did describe it as like a vacation mystery, right?
I've been saying this. I was like, when the poster came out, I was like, it looks like the Mamma Mia. No one's saying that. Okay.
And then the film came out, and everyone was like, it's fucking Mamma Mia.
Now that I'm very pleased that I can do double feature, and it will make sense why I'll do it as a double feature, because I'm like, they're both set in Greece. They have a bond. They have the guy from Love Actually in it.
Well, okay, I was gonna be like, what's missing? Show tunes? And then I remembered, in the first film, show tunes were involved.
The thought of you stands
right. He literally was singing show tunes. So.
And also, not even in the first film, freaking Stephen Sondheim has a cameo, so...
Exactly.
He was
Y'all
there.
can't avoid the allegations.
Also, I would like to point out again, for the people who think Benoit is straight, look at who he's on video call with. Lansbury and Sondheim. And Natasha Lyonne.
Notorious Natasha
Look
Lyonne.
at me in the eye and tell me that they're not gay icons. Look me in the eye. Look me in the eye, guys.
I really want, like, at a Knives Out movie, all the oldies. Well, not really the oldies TM, just like the ones that like kind of shifted to the background. a little bit. They've gotten their 5 minutes of fame and then they just missed out. Like fucking Dante Bosco.
Oh, that would be
Dante
fun.
Bosco.
That would be fun.
Dante Bosco in Poker Face. Just
Oh, that would be fun.
we have the
Do the reunion.
But I'm a
Do the
cheerleader reunion.
Yes.
We want a reunion. Establish
That
more
would be
how
fun.
gay this cast is.
Yes.
There should be more of them.
I would love to see it. I would love to have John Boyega in a Knives Out movie.
John Boyega. I don't know.
He can-
I mean, I kind of do see it, but like I haven't seen him in a lot of like campy stuff. This could be the first one. I'd appreciate
Yeah.
it.
I mean, Attack the Block is pretty.
I don't know if that's
Like,
campy.
it's not campy, but like.
It's very shonen anime, which is a
Kinda,
very
yeah,
different
yeah.
vibe.
Yeah. I think he could do it. I think he could pull it off. The set deck, there's so many like little clues to Miles being a douchebag. Like the fact that he hung the Roscoe upside down because he's dumb.
I honestly would not have like caught that because this is not to shame people, but I'm not pretentious enough to know shit like that.
Oh. No,
Y'all
I'm
are
just
like, that's fucking modern art. You hung it upside down. I'm like, you guys can see modern art on site. You can name it on site. Who fucking made it? Like, bro, what the hell?
I'm sorry. I am an art nerd. Ish.
It just feels like something that would be common knowledge for a very specific tax bracket.
No, yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I definitely would not have caught that.
The thing is, some people who comment on it have actually seen it in person. I've only seen it in pictures.
Right? It just feels like a little bit of a common knowledge for a certain tax bracket.
That's fair.
Kind of
That's
thing.
you know what? That's really fair.
The one thing I did immediately notice about Miles Braun's character was the first thing that popped up in the flashback is when he said "inebriate," and I was like, "What the fuck are you on about?" And then he said reparations, and I was like, "This man has no idea what the fuck he is saying. We should stop listening immediately." And then when Benoit was like, "This man's stupid," I was like, "That's what I've been saying this entire time."
Using malapropisms.
The funny thing is, the moment he came on, I immediately was like, this is white Tahani Al-Jamil.
Yes.
He literally is white Tahani Al-Jamil. He will name drop multiple people for absolutely no reason.
She's white Tahani Al-Jamil without any of the charm of Tahani Al-Jamil.
There was barely any charms.
Please, I was charmed by her. I don't know why. I'm like...
She was nice.
Okay, Eleanor Shulstrom.
She was nice, but like without the little quirks of being in a comedy, she is just completely unlikable. I think that was basically the point
That's
for every
fair.
single
You
one
know
of their
what?
characters anyway. Because there is charmingly dumb, and then there's incredibly dumb. Then there's dumb on purpose.
Jason
You know?
Mendoza, my beloved. But, yeah, the freaking so many malapropisms when you look back at it. That's something I also really like about Rian Johnson's writing. There's really good setup and payoff, and you don't even realize you're being set up until it pays off, and you're like, oh. And that's how you make a good, like, mystery movie. You gotta make the people physically, like, not physically, sorry. Now I'm malapropisms. You gotta create, like, the vibe of frantically going back in the book to look at the different passages and go, oh, that connects to this, and that connects to that. Oh, I'm so dumb. Why did I notice that
I'm so glad
earlier?
we didn't watch this at the same time. I'm just so annoying about shit like this. Like, they showed the stupid rotating car on the rooftop, and he was like, why is it on the rooftop? And I was like, that's because it's important, and it comes back later, Sir Blanc. And then it came back later, I was like, what the fuck did I say?
Initially, I thought, I was like, did they put a fucking Aston Martin as a nod? And I was like, oh, thank God, it's a Porsche. No, it's a Porsche, that's fine.
And then when Miles literally like passed off the little clear thing to Blanc, and then he passed it off to Helen, and Helen started wrecking shit, and she dropped like the moment she dropped her glass on the floor, I was like, she's gonna set this entire building on fire. And my sister was like, how do you know? And I was like, that's hydrogen gas. And she was like, oh. And then when shit started going on fire, I was like, what the fuck did I say?
Excellent use of foreshadowing.
I literally am like, I am so obnoxious about like murder mystery.
That was me with the loaded gun thing, where when he says yeah, I was like literally Chekhov's gun. When Blanc is talking to Miles and he's like, it's like putting a loaded gun on the table and turning off the lights. I'm like, so there will be a loaded gun.
Among Us of it all.
There will be a loaded gun on the table and the lights will be turned off.
It's so funny to me that his one idea was an Among Us gimmick.
It's I don't even think he realized it, and that's what makes it funny.
He turned off all the lights. He sabotaged it. There was an imposter running around.
Yes.
Then when they opened the lights, there was a dead body. They went to the meeting room and talked about the dead body.
The body. It's so good.
It's so stupid, actually.
But it's so fun. But also, another thing that someone pointed out on TikTok that made me go, oh, I didn't even notice that, was, you know how, like, the red envelope has, like, Love, Andy, XOXO, and when they open the boxes, there's a note from Miles that says Love Miles in the exact same style as Andy's envelope. No originality. This white person stealing from a woman of color. Of course it is.
I clocked that. Well, not really the Helen reveal. No, I don't think anyone like saw that one.
I don't think anyone saw that coming.
The first 10 minutes, because we repeated it like 3 times. I repeated it 3 times. I already watched it like 3 times. When quote unquote Helen Andy was talking about how it's been a few months since the trial, and then they had that whole scene of her like breaking down with Peg like looking hard eyes at her. Very you know what? Very intimate.
Jessica Henwick, I respect that.
All gay people in the room was like, yes, I understand.
Number one, can I just say, I don't think Peg is straight.
No one.
Literally, her name is Peg.
Leave her alone. It's a common name.
I know it's a common name, but then you got like the scene of her looking at Janelle Monáe, and I was like,
"Is that why your name's Peg?" Literally, shut the fuck up.
No, but you know what? I get it, Jessica Henwick. That's also how I look at Jessica Henwick, but that's also how I look at Janelle Monáe.
My sister was, like, suspicious of whiskey the entire time.
Oh, that's interesting.
Just whiskey. Because, like, when Duke dies, she, like, throws himself.
Oh, yeah. I was also, like, in that scene, I was like, wait, where's the gun?
Yeah.
Where's
Everyone
the gun?
was like, she took the gun. And I was like, well, I don't know. I feel like that's a red herring. Like immediately.
Yeah, no, and it was.
And even the fact that Helen Andy was like the odd one out in the group, like the way that she was like introduced. Helen Andy was introduced, wrecking the shit out of that puzzle box. I was like, oh, that one's also a red herring. Yep, she's definitely not the killer. Yep. My sister was like, are you sure about that? And I was like, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then when Duke died, she was like, wait, I thought the stupid one was dying first. Why is Duke the one who's dead?
Oh, did she think Kate Hudson would die?
No, she thought Miles was gonna die.
Oh, I see.
Because the trailers was all about how he was gonna get murdered.
Oh, I never thought that he would die. I was just like, I thought he was just dumb. It's like, he's dumb. I did see that Tumblr post that's like, it would be very funny if Philip, Hugh Grant's character, was a gentleman thief. And I was like, and Blanc is the detective investigating him. And I was like, oh yeah! Wait.
Wait a second.
But I was like, wholeheartedly, like, Oh wait,
Okay.
just I was like,
I'm trying to understand.
It's a fun dynamic.
It is, but like I'm trying to understand, like, Blanc's character, because he, like, most noir stuff, specifically, like, especially when in the past 2 movies, Mr. Blanc has been, like, consistently just like, my hands are tied. Like, even though he's a private investigator, he still can't really, convict someone who cannot be convicted because there's a lack of evidence, a very distinct lack of evidence. Even though he is, like, outside the jurisdiction of, like, police, like, he doesn't have to do, like, that whole, like, police procedural stuff. He still is, like, beholden to the system. Has to
cooperate.
Yeah.
I think so, and
it's so odd to me that his character, like, the way his character is written, like, the way he behaves as a character is just, like, so against the noir genre in general. Because, like, he has, like, a core of social justice, right? He is always, like, very much upholding the people who are definitely being oppressed in this system, or specifically in this case, the people who are hurting the most. He's the one always, like, vanguarding them by turning them into his assistants. And pretty much just giving them the power of, like, doing whatever the fuck they want when they go. That's something
that I really like too about the climax of both movies, is that Blanc kind of takes a step back and lets Marta and Helen have their moment confronting their villain, or I guess their evils. Like, he takes a step back, and that's something that I really liked in Glass Onion. He's like, "Did you get the son of a bitch?"
He's fathering every single one of these women.
he's like, "Go girl, boss."
You go, girls. I'm just here for a vacation.
He's like, I'll just sit here, smoke in the smokeless garden.
It's very contradictory to me that he's quote unquote in the noir genre, when most of all the detectives in the noir genre are, like, cynics. They're not very...
Yeah, I know.
They're not assholes.
No, but they are cynical of... Yeah, I know what you mean. They are cynical of the system. I think it's interesting, and I think that's why people are latching on to it, because I don't think you see it as often.
Yeah. I think it's because he is very much just, like, a supporting character, even though he's, like...
Yeah.
Quote-unquote the main character of pretty much every single one of these mysteries.
He's kind of like the vehicle, in a way.
Yeah. Like, if you put him in the actual noir genre and turned him into the quote-unquote the detective in this noir kind of, like, story, most of the time you would get his perspective on things, but in these films it's always the side characters that are getting the spotlight. Because if you gave Benoit Blanc more than just a voice, he's kind of like, he's the Kronk to their Yzma, you know?
Yes.
He's good as a side character, or, like, a supporting character, but not as, like, a main character, is, I guess, the point of this is.
I completely agree, and I think that's something Daniel Craig has also said about Benoit. He's like, I don't want to, like, it to be about, like, the prequel of Benoit Blanc. I want it to be about the mystery.
He doesn't want to be James Bond #2.
Let him rest. Let him rest.
Let him have his little vacations.
Let him enjoy doing his gay little southern detective in peace. Stop asking him about Bond. It's done. He's dead. His Bond literally blew up in an island.
Yeah, he just doesn't want to play center role protagonist again. You can be supporting role protagonist.
I respect that. He has done his time.
Yeah.
He doesn't need it. Okay. Let him just do his little campy comedies. He clearly wants to do that.
Now that we've established this about, like, Blanc's character, now I'm kind of just pissed by the fact that in most of the awards that this show won, Janelle Monáe was given Best Supporting Actress.
No, she's clearly... Yeah, I saw that. I completely disagree with the label Supporting Actress, because she is clearly
the lead actress
in this.
They literally are the point, like, the entire point of this film is because, like,
Sorry, they're the focal point.
Yeah, they... It's... I hate awards.
Yeah,
awards.
I know. You know what? It doesn't matter. We all know they are the moment. They are the moment. And I love... Did you see that they actually consistently hold murder mystery parties?
Do they?
And that's... Yes! Like, apparently it's like a thing that they regularly do. And that was like a factor into why they took the... No, there's fireworks.
Oh, those are fire... I thought it was thunder!
No, it's fireworks. But apparently, like, they're very fond of, like, holding murder mystery parties with their friends.
Oh
and one of... And apparently, when they were a big fan of the first Knives Out movie, and they're like, if Rian Johnson contacts me, that's an automatic yes for me, because I love murder mysteries. And thank God Rian Johnson did. They're so good.
I really like that they got the character who was really, really good at quote-unquote Clue. Or, like...
Yes!
Really good at, like, playing detective in Among Us. She's a nerd. I like it.
It's cute. I like it. I also like that she's also Southern, technically.
They both have little isms. I think someone pointed that out. Is the "you got a flat tire" comment was just very Southern.
I know.
They understood. They both understood.
I was like, oh my god, they're bonding.
Southern to Southern communication.
Southern to Southern communication. Oh, and also apparently, like, Serena Williams is holding a book. I think that's also a mystery book. Or, like, also, like, a detective-related book, which I thought was fun. I totally was not expecting her to move, and I kind of got jump scared. I was like, what? Hello? Miss Serena Williams?
That was such a good place gag. I'm not gonna lie.
That
Was
fair.
a Michael Schur gag.
What? You know what? That's true. I see what you mean. Yeah.
that is in the same genre of every single one of Michael Schur's jokes.
I know what's been going around. You know the Arrival scene where they do, like, the Ethan Hawke gives everyone, like, the anti-COVID thing in the shots.
Oh my god.
And Blanc is the only one who does it.
Oh my god. My sister was like, how did they even notice that? I was like, gay people have eyes like hawks. I don't know what you want from them. They saw that he didn't choke and everyone started calling him throat goat. And I'm like, listen, alright, leave the man alone.
He's a gentleman! Don't
let him have
his
sex
things.
life.
I didn't notice that was Ethan Hawke. Until, like, I checked Letterboxd, I was like, who the fuck is Ethan Hawke in this? And I was like, oh! Dead Poet Society.
Who? Which one?
The main guy. Todd.
Oh, I only recognize him when he looks like that. I think the last time I saw him outside of that film was House.
No, that's his friend. That's his friend.
Oh, other guy.
There
were other dudes in Dead Poet Society that were...
You know, Maya Hawke's dad.
I don't know who that is. Literally, I don't know who
That's fair. You know what? Fair. Very fair. Very, very fair.
The fun thing about that is that they were banking on Netflix's budget.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, if this was, like, a repeat of, like, Knives Out, they wouldn't have that many cameos unless they were willing to play that role, like with
definitely
with Jamie Lee like with who was it?
I think
Dave Bautista was actually casted on call. He was like, I mean, if you want to offer it.
I think it's just because there's something about Rian Johnson and his scripts that sound like fun to a lot of people, so they're like, yeah, why not? It's the same way you say, hey, I have this thing, do you want to be a part of it? I'm like, yes.
Please don't be so readily into that. Please. Genuinely. I mean, but hey, but if you need help with your thesis, man, I'm willing. I am down.
See, it just goes both ways. I'm like, I like your writing, bestie. I'll do voice work for you for free, no charge. It's fine. But I didn't understand. And also, the freaking hourly dong is Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who
the
is
hourly dog.
who's in every single Rian Johnson movie somehow.
He is so stupid. Miles Braun is so stupid. Who the fuck does an hourly dong?
You know what? It
Why
reminded
would you
me.
call it an hourly dong?
You know what? It reminded me of. It reminded me of when you're in the Catholic school and they
Oh my god,
play the sound for
na.
Angelus.
Oh my god. It doesn't even sound like a dong. It just sounds like
Dong.
Angelus. The Angelus sound. The one they play over every PA system in
Yes.
every Catholic school in the country.
Yes.
Holy shit.
The one that's like dong dong.
Oh my god.
Ang anghel ng Diyos.
They always have that game theme, which is really fun. First
Yes.
of all.
It's
But
really
also
fun.
the
It's really
fact
fun.
that while they do have that game theme, both the main characters of those stories just don't want to
Don't
play.
play the game. Yes.
They just don't want to play. They're like,
The
saling
main
kit,
characters
pero
are
baligtad."
like, can we please just get to the heart of the issue?
Yeah, can we just get the fuck out of here? I really just don't want to be here. But like at the same time, you know, it's a very good commentary of if you want to win the game, you play the game. But like at the same time, like if you're not gonna win anything, why are you gonna play? Right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's always
Yeah.
been like the root of both of these films is that Marta was playing to, I guess, make a beautiful image out of
Yes.
this game. Because otherwise she's not
And
really
also
gonna
to,
win
like,
anything.
Also to like actually foster a relationship with
Yeah. Because games
What's
are
his name?
kind of like it's a bonding thing.
yes.
So if you're
exactly.
playing with people, it's to know them better. But like at the same time, if you win, then what else are we gonna do, right? So you at least enjoy the process of what's going on. That's kind of Marta's point.
Yeah,
with
and then-
Helen,
and
it's
then-
like someone got fucked up here, and one of you has to acknowledge that it was fucked up.
fucked up.
Otherwise, I am ruining your game. I am
Basically, it's like-
reporting you.
Basically, it's like someone needs to take accountability like right now. Because
Yeah.
technically, all the people on the island are not taking accountability for their actions in any way,
Yeah.
shape, or form.
There's so many layers to that game theme too.
Yeah,
Because both of the protagonists for both films weren't playing games because the I guess the people at risk in these games, those are real lives. Like they
Yep.
are affecting real people's lives. That's why like they don't want to play that game because like they don't want to gamble with that. Those they're actually hurting people.
it's because like not to like say like not I'm not even gonna offend anyone, but for rich people, when you have enough money, everything is a game.
Yeah.
The consequences will mostly leave you untouched. So you can do
Yeah.
whatever the fuck you want if you have the money, because it's a game to you. But they don't realize that what's a game to them has real life consequences. It's like those dumb TikToks where people are rude to servers for no reason.
It's very in line with like the Hunger Games, with the Squid Games too.
Yep.
Where it's just like a lot of rich people have, I guess, the luxury of distancing themselves from the consequences of these games that they play. And that's like also the critique with a lot of reality TV shows where the prize is money.
Yep.
Especially like was like a Wipeout, fucking Takeshi's Castle or something. Like a lot of those like reality TV game shows are, if you think about it, it's sinister. Like you're playing to win something that will affect your lifetime, and you're pitting actual real poor people against each other
Yep.
for a chance at winning something that could change their lives. And like no one likes to analyze that. Because, you know, it's entertainment. It's
Yep.
entertaining to watch these people fight for their lives. And it's just fucked up. It's a very fucked up way of viewing life. People really need to get on that. They need to stop playing games like that. Like, it's not even just reality TV game shows. It's talent shows, too. Like, you know, Britain's Got Talent.
Yeah.
Fucking The Voice, all that stuff. It's the same concept of you have you are pitting poor people against each other to win a chance of a good life.
Yep.
It's
And
fucked up.
and ain't that fucked up, everybody?
Let's not watch reality game shows anymore, please. Like, the only reality game show that I can respect is, like, The Bachelor.
The Bachelor.
I don't even respect that, period. I don't know. What reality game show would I respect?
The only one that I properly watched recently was The Mole.
Because it's a mystery.
Where they were all Shut up.
That's just basing on the name. I have no idea what you're even talking about.
No, okay, so basically the game show is they all, like, have to work together as a team, and some actions can take money away from the pot, and some can add money to the pot, but it has to be done as a team. But there's one person on the team who's working to sabotage the whole team, which is the mole.
Okay. So it is a mystery.
It is a mystery. Shut up. It's Among Us, basically. It's a game show Among Us. But yeah, I think
shows I can
it's really
respect.
interesting.
But like talent shows where you win an award but not prize money, that I can respect, because most of the time when you make a talent show that doesn't like award money, poor people aren't joining. That is specifically just for bragging rights. No one is working to win like $50,000. You know,
Yep.
That's without even like tax.
Tax deductions. Yep.
And the shitty thing about like reality TV game shows too is like they like to make a narrative of like they want to make it seem like this person is winning, but most of the time they're not. They're not winning anything.
Isn't it the same thing with like home makeover shows as well?
Is it?
Where apparently, like I've read things where sometimes they don't even get to keep the furniture after the reveal.
That's fucked up.
I know.
Why would they do that?
I don't know. It's fucked up. Like, our system's fucked up. Anyway, let's go back to discussing happier things. You know what's really funny, as I remembered it now, as someone who loves, well, not loves, but like, I really enjoy Double OQ. It's very funny to me that Hugh Grant has now been paired with Ben Whishaw and Daniel Craig. So he's been paired with Ben Whishaw multiple times. I think it's 3 times they've been in the same movie. And Ben Whishaw has known Daniel Craig forever. Even before Bond. So now I'm like, put Ben Whishaw in something. In like one of the installments. Just so you can like complete the trio of things.
The failing of you presenting this information to me is I
you
have
don't
no
know who
idea
these people
white
are.
men are.
Yes.
But congratulations, Gab. You won gay people. I think it's just because the UK.
Yes. It's just very
not have a talent
entertaining.
pool.
But it's just very entertaining to me that I'm like, I can draw connections.
The UK has a talent pool as diverse as their royal family.
Please. I live for Benoit's little stripy Victorian bathing suit moment.
The bananas in pajamas swimsuit.
Please!
The way that when I saw him with that, I was just like, bakit nakabamba? Because that's something I wear at home. I'm literally wearing stripy shorts right now. So
Well,
I was
he's
like,
wearing it to go swimming, so... There's, like, been a recent trend where, like, the swimsuits aren't necessarily made out of swimsuit material. They're literally just clothes now.
That is very odd.
I don't get it either, but it's, I guess, sure.
It's a certain tax bracket thing.
Yeah.
You wouldn't understand.
And then I was watching, I think there was an interview with Daniel Craig and Janelle Monáe talking about their outfits for the movie. Mm-hmm. And apparently, like, Daniel Craig's is really inspired by, like, 50s detective, like I said, like, the adaptation of Poirot.
Oh, I saw, like, I don't know, not clips, but, like, gift sets of that. What's funny to me is just, like, he's such an old man. And people kind of just, like, forget that.
What I thought, I'm so dumb, because I showed how young I am. I was like, oh, I thought, like, his next thing was a nod to Fred Scooby-Doo.
Oh my goodness. No, but, like, every single film that he just like references in those like outfit things is just like so old. They're black and white, and I'm just like, you're such an old man.
Daniel Craig is old. People forget he's old, but he's, you know what, he could get it.
Why would you say that?
I'm not ashamed. No, you know what, Daniel Craig and Rachel Weisz, I look at them and I'm like, sandwich.
Help. I'm scared. I'm too ace for this conversation.
That's fair.
I'm just like,
that's fair. Fuck? I'm going to switch the topic again.
People are old.
There are, like, other things about Miles' thing that I hate that I recognize, but it's also, like, a testament to how much of a nerd I am. I was like, the circle things, like the circle art pieces, I was like, oh, it's this light artist that I think the Jenners have in their house, and I was like, why do I know that?
Why?
I don't know either.
Benoit Blanc voice, what is sus? What is sus?
What is sus?
I need someone to, like, teach him stupid Twitch terminology that you literally just cannot take back from your own vocabulary. Like,
you are saying that's poggers.
My little talk jam. I'm not even, like, a fucking into Twitch communities, you know? But I have, like, adopted the word madge in my vocabulary.
I don't even know what that means.
It's just mad. Madga or something like that.
Oh, I see.
Madge. I'm so mad right now.
I'm sorry. Whenever I'm so used to using I'm angry. I angry.
My God. It's a Tumblrism.
Yes.
Twitchisms are so stupid. Like Poggers, PogChamp, fucking Madge, dies of cringe. They talk in fucking like custom Discord emojis. You know, like the shit that you type out after like the colon. That's the shit that they say on Twitch. It's so stupid.
I would not survive Twitch given that I still have not mastered Discord emoticons. I'll say this here. Stes made us an emoticon for the Reverse AU server.
Huh?
And I thought its name was Jetmain, like low main.
The Jetmain emoji.
And apparently it was called Jet Me In. So the whole time I've been reading that, I've been reading it as Jetmain, like low main, like the food. And then it was only until I realized, I was like, oh, it's Jet Me In! What was the other one? I think it was the Among Us thing that I keep...
the Amogus?
The Amogus, where every time someone in your server would send it, I was like, why is there a chicken? And everyone... and everyone was like, Gab, this is the second time this has happened. That's not a chicken, it's Among Us.
No, the first time we were like, is that a chicken? And Taz was like, it's a Amogus. And you were like, oh. The second time we were like, is that a whale? Like, you've seen this before, Gab. What?
I'm very bad at remembering emoticons.
Oh my goodness.
Those weren't like me being dumb on purpose. That was just genuinely me going,
we should play Among Us.
I have a Benoit Blanc skin on my own.
Not even this year. That would be bad.
No, I have a skin. Do
you actually? Are you actually good at Among Us?
With Among Us, I've been good. I don't know if I'm like really good, but I've played it enough and I've won enough times. I'm a decent player.
I am so bad at like lying that I literally if I play imposter, I just hope I can kill everyone fast enough, just so I don't have to lie.
God.
So I play aggressive.
Oh no. There was a little cute little no, not cute. It's not cute. When is it cute? The freaking sweatshops line.
Oh God.
Please.
I literally the moment Peg started talking, I was like, did you think that sweatshops? I immediately started laughing, and my sister was like, why are you laughing? I was like, listen to what she's saying right now. She's so stupid.
She's dumb.
Match made in heaven. Someone was like talking about like the subtlety of how what's her name, Birdie started backing off from Blanc, because immediately the moment she set eyes on Mr. Blanc, she was just like up in his face flirting, and I was like, ooh, gay discomfort. And like she stopped, someone pointed it out, she stopped flirting with him when he said he lives in his own Sweetie brand sweatpants. that was the gaydar to her like pinging, and I was like, what the fuck? Do you think sweatpants are only for women? Or is your specific brand of sweatpants only for women?
Now I'm just picturing, you know how like the juicy couture sweatpants
Oh my god.
have juicy on the back?
Maybe it's like the kind of sweatpants like yoga sweatpants.
You know what?
Oh my god.
I respect that. Either way, I respect it.
Oh my god.
No, but I was picturing Benoit Blanc with like the bedazzled sweetie on his
Oh
ass.
my goodness.
Like the juicy couture sweatpants.
And he just openly admits, oh, I live in mine. And I'm like,
This man
okay.
is...
oh, he's been out since like the 80s. Alright, let
Yes.
him live his life. that is Benoit Blanc. He started his agency, he started it in the 80s. That's my headcanon.
You know what? That's so fun. That's a fun one to think about.
He used to live in the rural US, like way south, and he moved somewhere more quote unquote liberal. And then he started his agency.
That's
and then
cute.
He just kept getting customers, but he mostly took in the poorer ones, the ones
Yes.
who are family, quote unquote. Okay,
Family.
bakla!
Bakla!
You just imagine if he moved to San Francisco just to start up an agency, and he the amount of Filipinos there. Anyway, someone knocking down his door. Bakla!
Oh
Come
my
on.
god.
It's just like, that's not how you say my name.
Bakla Blanc. Tangina. Would it be Bakla Blanc or Benoit Bakla?
Second one, definitely.
I see. Okay. Sorry, that took me out.
He literally... That's
Him.
my headcanon now.
Him. Oh, you know what makes me emotional in the first movie? It's when Blanc is talking about the vials. He's like, how did you know this is
Because you're a good
You're a
person.
good nurse. God.
It's so... to have Benoit Blanc call me a
No, but that scene always gets me because it's it really does show how much Morta cares for Harlan.
Yeah.
That,
They were friends.
Yeah, that the simple. It's like all those posts about peeling an orange.
Oh my god. Okay. I remember this because I very recently was just looking stuff up about modern slavery. This is very,
Help?
very not in theme. Okay. No, I there is context to
I
it.
know.
So it's common here in Asia, right?
Yeah.
Where you get to have a house servant.
Mm-hmm.
And this is something that turns a lot of people off to Southeast Asian and specifically just Asian culture, is that we have people from provinces move to the city to take care of other people's children.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the time, some of the families don't pay them a living wage. They just pay in shelter.
Yep.
They live in. And in quote unquote liberal countries, they call it slavery, which it is. It is indentured servitude. That is what it is. And I was just it just harkens to the idea, because when I was watching Knives Out very recently, my sister was like, honestly, if I were in that same situation, because my family has a little bit of a crisis going on right now, she's like, if someone actually if someone blamed the housemaid for inheriting everything that everyone else didn't get, I would believe the family more than the maid.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And I was just like, wow, it is literally so common. She was just the only reason why she doesn't believe the family is because she's watching this from the perspective of the maid, who is very much innocent.
Yeah.
It is raining hard, you're right.
Yeah, I know. It started pouring it down.
But yeah, it's a lot common here than I would like to admit. That yeah, if more Filipinos watched Knives Out, they would realize they also have that kind of like stereotypical thinking that you would blame the maid for inheriting everything by saying that they manipulated the old person in making them inherit all of this stuff, which really just proves to you that we have a very privileged point of view, and B, we have no respect for our elders whatsoever.
Oh my god.
It's so funny too, because like a lot of Filipinos pride themselves of being like they respect authorities, they respect their elders, especially with our language. Like Tagalog language has po and opo.
Yep.
We respect our elders. We respect the rule of seniority first. And then you get situations like that where if an old person gives their informed consent of like making someone else outside of the family inherit everything that they own after they die, most people would say that that person fucking cheated and they deserve to like not get any of it because that's their stuff. That's their family.
There's literally like disputes over land and all that shit. Like that's like commonplace. It's
if
insane.
Knives Out was in the Philippines, the maid would lose. I'm sorry, Marta. It's true.
What did you say?
If Knives Out was set in the Philippines, Marta would lose.
Yeah,
she would. Her entire family would get deported.
Yep. Honestly, that's very, very true. Because I've overheard conversations about like fights of land and with inheritance, and it is bloody. It is madugo siya.
Yeah,
there's no mercy.
In the provinces literally fucking murder each other.
Yep, there's no mercy when it comes to inheritance here. God, let's just be thankful it's not set here, because I'd rather not have an unhappy ending.
Honestly, we do need that positivity with like whodunits. Yeah, specifically of just like yung katulong yung nanalo. I want that for us, honestly.
I really like someone pointed out like the people who win are the technically katulong and the teacher, and
it's the people who definitely don't get paid a living wage. It's nurses and teachers first,
It's nurses and
baby.
teachers, baby. It's so, gosh. Honestly, I want Rian Johnson to make as many of these as he wants to make. I want to let Daniel Craig have his campy joy as he heads into retirement.
What's a noir thing that you want them tackled? Because like noir usually is like it's almost always like related to nepotism, stuff like that. So what's a noir thing that you want them tackling on like a next Knives Out thing?
I think maybe kind of the idea of like entropy in a way, or like nihilism would be interesting to see Benoit Blanc deal with that.
Benoit Blanc burning out.
No, but like have him be like the person who is believing in this like no-win scenario, and somehow like against all odds he gets one person to also believe in what he's putting forward.
Take a chance
Take a chance on me.
Start singing.
Benoit Blanc singing ABBA in his southern accent. I would love to see it.
I feel like, okay, so noir stuff is almost always like rich people hiring the PI to do things that are, to prove the stupidest shit that honestly you could deal with in therapy.
No, you know what? It's rich people hiring someone else to clean up their mess that could be solved in a group chat.
It literally, and that's why there aren't PIs in the Philippines. We have Facebook for that.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
What do you mean there are no PIs? You've got Alexandra Dresse.
She's not real. She's not real. And also she deals with like Encanto, which...
Are you saying Encanto can't have group chats?
No. No, they can't. Most of them don't have opposable thumbs. is we've had nurses and teachers. What's reporters? Oh, journalism. Oh, media circus. Real, because there has been a tease in this film.
That'd be
there
fun.
there was a tease in this film. He does have the connections to with
the
hold like a week
yeah
from announcing the death of an actual celebrity.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be interesting. That'd be cool.
So I feel like a journalist angle,
Benoit Blanc comes to the Philippines,
especially in
and that
2022 America.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. I would like to see that. That'd be cool. Rian Johnson, call SJ.
No, I don't know. I don't have the brain for mystery. Honestly,
that's fair.
I'm kind of scared of writing mysteries.
I deeply enjoy it, but I'm also very dumb. So,
I know what makes a mystery, but I don't know how to frame it in a way that doesn't exclude the audience. You know, it's a very
It's a
very
balance.
hard it's a very hard thing to do, of just revealing enough to give the audience
clues.
Clues, like a breadcrumb trail, you know?
Also, there's a very interesting commentary that I haven't seen discussed much about rich people and owning art in general, and how entitled you must be to put a override switch on the Mona Lisa. And just you claim to love the Mona Lisa, but there's such a lack of respect for the history behind it, and a lack of understanding as to why it's important in history, or why certain things should be preserved. Kim Kardashian with the Marilyn Monroe dress. It's like that. The frustration of how nowadays uber rich people can literally own history and destroy it, or own pieces of art that should be kept or preserved for further study, and just to it's frustrating to me specifically, because I'm these rich white people are destroying things made by people of color, made by people who had important parts to play in history. They're destroying things that some people in other countries will never get to see, that will only see in pictures. And you've destroyed something and you've destroyed the chance of other people learning from that piece. And it's just God, it's the Library of Alexandria almost, the entitlement of it all.
I do think it's, I don't know, I guess it's my take, is that character wise, Miles is rags to riches guy. He's new money. So the thing with new money people, specifically new money billionaires, is that they tend to spend extravagantly to the point of just it's just bragging rights. You know, it's just bragging to your friends that you can own this thing that is priceless.
Yes.
Almost priceless, that you it's public property and now you own it. That's how they characterized Miles Braun, is that he is so new to the idea of being rich that he is spending millions of dollars on shit that doesn't even fucking matter to him.
Yep.
And I really like that they burned the Mona Lisa in that one specifically, because the entire point, the kind of the external plot device of the entire film is that clear is bad for the environment.
Yep.
And it's a direct callback to those climate scientists, those climate activists who went into museums and threw soup at priceless artwork.
Yep.
It's a protest. It's because those paintings, those every single art piece that is millions and billions of dollars and is kept in museums, and they still profit out of it, and they don't really own it. They're just they are paying to showcase it. Sometimes that gets more media
attention.
Yeah, that gets more media attention than the fucking planet.
Yep.
Dying. And a lot of people got really upset that they were throwing stuff at art history, I guess, which I understand. We shouldn't be destroying history just to make a point, but at the same time, how the hell else? How the hell else, yeah. Right? Because I know a lot of climate scientists were not just getting silenced, they were getting arrested for just, doing walkouts. And that was really big in like 2020. During that era, while Rian Johnson was still writing this film, that was really big. Like, climate scientists were just like, we literally cannot ignore this shit, because the moment we went into lockdown, some parts of the world, like, kind of just, like, reset. Like, the lack of people in this environment reset it. So that proves that we're the problem. We have to fix it. And, like, no one was listening to them because blah, blah, blah. We're focusing on we're focusing on the pandemic. The only other things that were on media was, like, rich people throwing parties.
Yep.
So that was, like, I really like that angle of them, like, just destroying priceless artwork because, like, it doesn't fucking matter anymore. If the world ends,
yeah, that's
art
true.
is gone. Just, like, prioritize, alright? And my sister was just like, do they have to? Do they have to break the artwork, though? And I'm like, how else?
In this context, yes.
Yeah, how else are you getting their attention? And it's just everyone was, like, giving that scene where, like, Helen starts breaking shit and, like, everyone starts cheering and joining, and then she does way too much. Mm-hmm. Everyone was pointing that out, like, y'all are so performative. You, like, every single person who like, is, like, an online activist sometimes will go, like, be gay, do crimes, and then the moment they step way too far, everyone's just like, let's calm down. Are you for fucking real? That's I think that was a good, like, way of, like, addressing that. But, like, at the same time, I feel like that's overstating the authorial intent at the same time. Because it's Rian Johnson.
It's Rian.
It's a white guy making a film with, like, fucking artists whose net worths we can't even imagine the amount of. So it's just like, give credit where it's due. There are themes that are very obvious, that are very, like, in your face about it, but, like, at the same time, don't give it too much credit, guys. Let's back off a second.
Yes.
Sometimes there are themes in there that are obvious, but most of the time that's not the point of the film. But I like that angle of them, like, destroying shit. It upset me too. My sister, like, by the end of that film, it's supposed to end, like, on a happy note, and I was like, no, but, like, that's still fucked up. Like, they only stepped out because now they don't have a reason to be there.
Yep.
It's
stupid. Realistic, though.
Yeah. I think it reminded me of that one Filipino horror film that was about priests. I think Stess likes it. I don't remember the title. It's a horror movie that is about the Catholic Church.
No, I know what you're talking about. I can't remember the title.
I know. It's like, it ended the same way, where it's less like in your face about it too. It's more, like, symbolic, because they're talking about how, like, the demon has possessed the Catholic Church or something like that.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, that really is not the point. And, like, when I watched that on TV with my family was like, this is so corny. And I'm like, pot, kettle, glass houses, hello? Let's calm the fuck down. Do not call the shit that I watch corny when you watch shit like Fast and the Furious. Okay, let's calm the hell down. Oh my god.
It must be very fun to sit in on a dinner with Philip and Benoit, because you've got the British and then the Southern, and then just trying to, like, sit through linguistically. Yeah!
Seclusion!
Ayun!
Oh my god!
Trying to sit through the Southernisms and the Britishisms alone.
Oh my goodness.
Would give me whiplash, but also bring me a lot of joy. I
don't know, I feel like that's something I want to kind of critique, especially with, like, the fandom reception of it. Mm-hmm. It's just that this is a very, like, thematically rich film, and then, like, 50% of the reception you see on Tumblr is just like, he's gay and he has a husband, and I'm like, can we talk about the film? Please?
Oh, dude, you should go on Letterboxd then. I don't think Tumblr is the place for that.
Nah, I am not a movie person, so I don't go on, like, review stuff. That's also why I have, like, a a Storygraph account that I don't use because I don't have the time to fucking read books.
Fair. You know what? Fair.
That's why I have a video essay account. Whoops. It's so upsetting to me that like 50% of the fan reception on Tumblr is just like he's gay and he has a husband, and I'm like, can we talk about the movie, please?
I've seen more discussions about the themes on TikTok and Letterboxd. Well, it's more surprising to me on TikTok than it was on Letterboxd.
Yeah,
like,
that's actually surprising for TikTok.
Or maybe it's just the side of TikTok that I'm on. I don't know. I am on the
probably
film
that. It's
nerdy...
because of the algorithm.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're sending you stuff that you definitely like.
Well, oh my god, like the other day, there was this TikTok of someone discovering their mom was childhood friends with Keanu Reeves.
Hell?
Like, they opened up their album and boom, Keanu Reeves.
Oh my goodness.
And I was like, in the way I wouldn't shut up about that.
Oh my god. No, you definitely won't.
I won't. No, I won't. I'm annoying like that.
This is reminding me of my how my mom and Michael V went to the same elementary school.
Oh my god.
Michael V and Bayani Agbayani actually went to the same elementary school. So I'm just like, wow, you know these men? She's like, yeah, I guess.
I enjoyed this franchise so much. Like, anywhere Rian Johnson wants to take it, I am seated, I am ready.
Would there be room in the future for a Benoit Blanc mystery where he pretends to be someone else?
I would honestly, I wouldn't mind watching that. I'd be interested in seeing how
he pretends to be someone else, quote unquote, but he literally just slips into his British accent.
I want him. No, you know what I want? I want him to do a British accent, and I want someone to call. No, I want that to be like Daniel Craig's fake. Normal accent, and someone goes, "Oh, it's so
a very
fake."
bad accent." Yeah. You've gotten so naturalized to the stupid Southern accent.
No, I saw people be like, "Oh, I keep forgetting Daniel Craig is British."
That's me getting weirded out by like interviews with Villanelle. Actress, where she literally just has a Liverpool accent.
That was me watching the interviews with Chadwick Boseman before.
Oh my god. Knives Out movie where Benoit Blanc dresses in drag.
I would like to see it.
Daniel Craig in drag. Would he be able to pull it off?
No, but he would be very game.
There are very specific drag looks to like old queens.
That's fair. Oh yeah, well, yeah, actually.
Old white queens.
He might be able to do it. I would like to see it, honestly. Wherever he wants to go, I'll just follow this old man.
Very, very Maggie Smith. Maggie Smith should be in one of the
Oh, that would be fun! Oh, I'd love that. Oh
They'd
my god.
Be like rival
no.
detectives.
Yes, either that or she could be like the grandmother who raised him.
No. No. I feel like it would be really funny if she's like the veteran.
No,
rival detective.
No, but I mean, like, she can be his grandma and also the veteran rival detective.
Did Benoit Blanc take
it would be
Philip's
funny.
last name? Or
you know what? I've been asking people their opinion, and people are like, ooh, I don't know. I'm like, it would be very funny if he did.
Would Maggie Smith have to do
a
stupid Southern accent?
Yes. I knew what you were gonna ask. Yes, you would.
How natural would you think it would sound on Maggie Smith?
I don't know. Maggie Smith's a pretty good actress, so I'm not quite sure.
I was gonna ask, would Julie Andrews want to be there?
Oh, that would be fun. I would love to see her do that.
Right. There are just women, like, really, really good actresses that, like, would really fit in some, like, good roles. Julie Andrews.
I would love to see that.
Maggie Smith.
You know what? No. Maggie Smith and Julie Andrews should be wives, and they should raise Daniel Craig.
Dolly Parton should have appeared in one of the films as Dolly Parton.
Yes.
And
It's like in Hannah Montana.
no, it's just like they have someone appear as themselves. It has to be Dolly Parton. I feel like,
What if Dolly Parton is a Benoit Blanc fangirl?
maybe Dolly Parton is like a testimonial. He's like, I
Oh,
recommend.
I would love that. That'd be cute.
I recommend. What's that? I'm sorry. Octavia Spencer.
Ooh,
Bro.
Ooh, that would be fun.
Bro. That's it. That's the starring role in the next Knives Out film is Octavia Spencer or Viola Davis.
That'd be
And
fun.
Or both.
I'm
wouldn't be
still
against
throwing my ring in for a hat in for Sandra Oh.
Yeah, I can see it. Okay. This is just like when we were trying to cast for Men from Uncle Tour.
and the Harvey Keitel rom-com.
Yes. Okay. It's important to me that like old like legacy actresses who are like women of color get to be in films like this, alright? It's important to me. Michelle Yeoh would also be good, but like Michelle Yeoh is in like a lot of stuff. Like
I think Michelle Yeoh needs to like take a nap.
Yeah, Michelle Yeoh needs to take a nap because like she's in so
She's
much
a
right now. She was in the
queen,
new in the new Witcher series. She's in the
she's a queen, but I need you to rest, ma'am.
But what if she wants the jobs? That's
Well,
the
then she
thing.
can have the jobs if she wants.
Michelle Yeoh, who was the one who voiced fucking Mulan? What would a good merch idea would be if they made a novel, like a novel series,
You know what?
or they like novelize the books and have Benoit Blanc like fucking. They would have Daniel Craig like narrated in the Benoit Blanc accent.
I would buy it. I would buy that. I'm not even
Audiobook with
lying.
book.
You know what I was pitching? I was like not pitching because I just thought of it. I was like, it would be very fun to have like these not quote unquote Knives Out mysteries, but like in the choose your own adventure style, where based on who you choose to follow as your hunch, you get different
Oh
outcomes.
my god, Knives Out video game? Real?
No, or like those choose your own adventures 80s paperbacks.
Nah, you gotta modernize that shit. Fucking visual novels. In that anime style.
So I will
I'm sorry.
please.
That's really funny.
And no, because I was thinking about it like this, where like I was thinking of it like the choose your own adventure, and when you get like the thing wrong, there's like little notes from Benoit, like like little
We
recommendations.
try this next
like,
time.
Are you sure?
I've never read a Choose Your Own Adventure.
Oh, I used to love them. Again,
The closest
says
I've
so
gotten would
much.
be Homestuck.
I used to like borrow like 3 at a time from the library. God.
I have no idea what like choose your own adventure books would even like entail. Honestly, I know some authors on AO3 actually do that.
Yeah, I have.
I've never tried it.
tried it. It's always really cool when I do it. It also kind of freaks me out, but it's really cool.
No, I've never tried it like to write one.
Ooh.
It's like they're kind of like coding Twine games.
Yeah,
is
yeah.
The idea. It's like Twine games on itch by by indie game makers promoting Danny's stuff.
But yeah, that was what I was thinking for merch, because I was like, oh, that'd be fun. I would buy that.
I would love a novelization.
I would also.
Just
I would even
narrated by
I
Benoit
would
Blanc.
even love a script book. Like Rian Johnson. Come
you
on.
and your script book.
Shut up.
How many do you have, Gab?
6.
Okay. So you can't really make me shut up about this. You and your script books.
Me and my script books and my himbos and my detectives. I know there's a
Your
pattern.
vinyl records.
Yeah, vinyl is nice. I can hear the crackling noises. What?
That's why when you promote, I would buy a script book, and I'm like, you would. You get defensive about it. You would. What are you mad about?
I'm mad that I seem like the person who buys script books. Like, I am, but what do you mean?
What? You are. We've gone on for like 3 hours.
This isn't 3 hours. This is like an hour and 20 minutes, or 30 minutes, maybe.
No, it is. Yes, in 2 hours, actually.
Oh my god! Oh my god. Okay, I guess we should end.
You Grant have an old man waddle too.
He does have an old man waddle.
Oh my goodness.
I think with you, Grant, it's in the hips.
No, I'm sorry. Let the men have their sex lives. No, but we have to talk about what the next episode is.
What is the next episode, SJ?
The season finished. We're talking about Mob Psycho 100. You have to do it. We're gonna fucking watch Mob Psycho 100. If it's the last thing I do, we're gonna talk about him. My baby boy. He's not even my sweet orange. He is just a baby.
He is just a baby. So our February, quote-unquote February episode is Mob Psycho.
It's that time of night where everything is funny.
Aww.
Well, that's not to sit you through like 3 seasons of Mob Psycho.
Oh my god. It'll be your belated birthday gift, because my birthday's in February. What you just heard was a talk from the Secret Treehouse. Those were your hosts, SJ and Gab, and this was a production by The Playground. If you like that, please consider supporting us through the links found in the show notes. If you support us for as low as $6 in coffee, you can get the whole uncut version of this episode. And if you want your name at the end of the episode, like at this moment here, you can support us for $10. Thank you so much for listening, and we hope we get to hang out again.